Invocation will be led by Commissioner Harris, and then our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by the Flatwood Community Center Walking Club, and they're going to bring up some beautiful quilts they want to share with us. And when we do the pledge, if you would, come up to the front, and we'll do the pledge up here. But Commissioner Harris.
Yes, I'm going to ask Reverend Thomas Jordan of the Lily Baptist Church to do the invocation for us.
Thank you, Commissioner, County Commissioner again. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, may we again go to prayer. All wise and everlasting God, our Father, we thank you already for the blessings of this day and the experiences it will bring. We thank you, O God, for the process of government, where you have allowed these your servants to come and lead our county and our community. We pray that you will empower them to do justly, love mercy, and to walk humbly before you. Bless each home that is represented here, and we ask that you will continually bless our county and our city, and bless our families. Bless this meeting according to your will, and may something for enhancement would have been gathered as a result of being here today. It's in your name we ask and we pray. Amen.
Okay, y'all come forward to Flatwood Walking Club. You see there's quilts. Regina, you need one of those.
We all need one of those. That looks like a good quilt. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, we're going to be led in the Pledge of Allegiance by one of the members of the Flatwood Walking Club.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to its republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and justice for all. Amen.
These young ladies and the gentlemen, they do so much good work in that community that's known as Flatwoods, and we really appreciate them. They have a walking club, and I went out there one day to see them walking, and they are not just playing around. They are walking. That's why they look so good, and they're going to live a long, long, long time. And so we're just so grateful for them, glad that they could make it. And they have some things that they've been doing at the Flatwood Community Center other than staying in shape. And so they want to share some of their handiwork. And now my good friend, all of these people are my good friends, Mr. Williams, a gentleman and a scholar. He rides horses and raises horses. He's sewed a quilt as well. So, you know, if the ladies can do it, we can do it too.
Thank y'all again for being here. I need to come walk with y'all. I grew up in Boylston there, right down from you. So, yeah, I know exactly where Flatwood is.
Now, are those quilts for sale, or this is just something you all, okay.
You gonna sell any quilts?
Everything's for sale now.
Yeah.
Wait, is that, I don't want that
Yeah.
Hold tight.
Let the audience see that. All right, that's great. Oh, look.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that them War Eagles.
Wait, no, y'all don't have any quilts I want. I don't want that War Eagle one on the end either. Yes, I need a Troy. I give my money to Troy every month.
Pretty.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah,
I want that one on that end right there.
Yeah, that's
I
nice.
love that one.
That's huge.
Oh, I want that one.
Yes, that was a great.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, y'all name your price. I want that one right there.
That is nice.
Well, thank you all so much for coming and for showing off your handiwork. We appreciate you. We're going to continue to support what you all are doing out there in Flatwoods. Thank
And
you.
we would like to take this time to thank you, the commissioners, Montgomery County commissioners, and our commissioner, Flatwood, Commissioner Sankey, and Park and Recreation, James Williams, and Craig Payne, for all that you do for the center. And we thank you again for the invitation.
You're welcome. Thank you again. All right, darling.
Mr. Chairman, the quilters at G's Ben ain't got nothing on y'all.
All right.
And I'm serious, I want to purchase me a quilt. All right, y'all, let me know now.
Okay, Florence.
We'll call roll now. Commissioner Harris,
Here.
Commissioner Moore-Zeigler,
Present.
Commissioner Walker,
Present.
Vice Chairman Sankey.
Here.
Chairman Singleton.
Here. We have an extensive lineup today on the public comments. I believe some of these may have already left. Claire Fletcher Jones, because she was with the group earlier. Pastor Jordan, I think he's left now. Mark Young, I think he was with the group. We still have a big group after that. The first one would be Veronica McKenzie. Veronica McKenzie. Okay, she's coming. Ms.
Watch your
McKenzie.
step, watch your step.
Be careful. And again, today we have an extensive list, so we're gonna hold everybody accountable for 3 minutes in respect for everybody's time, so don't get mad at me for being rude, for cutting you off for 3 minutes, but we gotta
That's
move.
all right, I don't need but 3 minutes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Commission. I want to just take this opportunity today to thank you all for your support of my Caring and Sharing workshop on last month. It was a workshop geared towards caregivers taking care of people with dementia. Of course, I'm Veronica McKenzie, Executive Director of Successful Living Center, Alzheimer's Adult Daycare Program. So we put on a free event for caregivers of individuals with dementia. And it would not have been possible if not for the donation of our commissioners, Commissioner Dan Harris. I thank you so much for your continued support. Commissioner Zeigler, I appreciate all your support for last time. Commissioner Sankey and Commissioner Singleton, I thank you all for your donations. Without that, it would not have been possible to provide this event for our caregivers. I just want to read a few of their comments on the evaluation with that, when we asked what would they like most about the event. They said the great ideas about how to manage stress through exercise, behavior, nutrition, and art. Enjoyed everything. It was just good getting out and away from caregiving duties for a few hours. Praise the Lord. Another one said, raising my sense of what I need to do in order for me to be to better take care of myself and my spouses as a caregiver. And another one are the tips and points that we receive of how to take care of ourselves while we're taking care of our loved one. And so the bags you all received, thank you, Ms. Walker, for passing it out. I appreciate Ms. Walker and Ms. Hill in purchasing. Ms. Walker did an outstanding job keeping me on task, keeping me in budget.
She's good at that.
The procurement process was awesome. Ms. Hill in purchasing does an awesome job of looking at vendors and helping me without their support and their help. We wouldn't have gotten as nice of bags, and the booklet inside where we use for a resource for our caregivers is something they can continue to look at and use as pointers and tips. That was done through procurement. Well, everything was through procurement, and I am so appreciative of that process. And in future, when I ask for money, I want to use Ms. Walker and Ms. Hill to help me procure better items that I can provide for our caregivers. I want to thank you again for your support.
Thank you. Rashad, prove it. Good to see you again.
Thank you, y'all. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
He's with Colo, choose one or lose one.
I'd like to start out by saying congratulations to Commissioner Zimmerman, and thank you to Commissioner Walker and the late Elton Dean for the donation that was made. I think I came in the spring.
Rashad, put a mic up.
My bad. I came in the spring just to kind of see what was going on, and I ended up leaving with something. What it did help do was we started for the nonprofit. We got a co-working space that, houses a small after-school program that we've developed. And we were able to get a couple of laptops to help some of the kids that come in and do different programs. We also have a donation closet that we developed that houses school supplies. We plan to stock it with uniforms. Christmas time we do shoe giveaways and a lot of gifts, and that's where a lot of that stuff is stored. So I still challenge a lot of you guys to come down and check it out. But the reason why I'm here today is that we have a Thanksgiving event coming up this Saturday. For probably about the last 6 or 7 years, since I started this nonprofit organization, we've done it on a smaller scale, but sometimes the event goes really well, sometimes it doesn't. And 2020 was the last time we did it in the midst of COVID. We didn't really know how serious it was. We was able to do like 500 turkey boxes filled with turkeys, sides, stuffings, drinks, all of that. And all of that was kind of catered to the area of West Montgomery. The location where my building is a lot of elderly in that community, and I try to make sure that I cater to them because a lot of times they stop by and tell me how thankful they are to have a growing business in that community. This Saturday we plan to do probably half to about 300 with that, and that's with the same things in the boxes, and it ranges from $20 to $25 with all the stuff that's going to be in it. Also, with the after-school program, we're still trying to build that. And then also with Christmas, we usually reach about 50 to 100 families, depending on the donations and the partnerships that we are able to make. So I'm here to just continue to try to promote and build that side of town and get the people the help that I know need it, because a lot of times the people that actually need the help are ashamed to come out to events like that. So that's when I'm responsible to kind of go door to door, or people pull me to the side a lot and tell me what they need, and usually that's how I usually handle it versus social media and publicly, posting stuff, that people really don't want out there. So I'm just here to ask, for any contribution, and like I said, we plan to do about 250 to 300 boxes.
Where are you located, Rashad?
3300 Haver Road. It's right across from, most people know it as the old Haver Road Elementary.
So
that-
screen,
I do screen printing.
Yeah, one thing that I like Rashad, he's phenomenal, but they have a small business. He and his wife, who's also phenomenal, they have a small business and they do screen printing. And I know several of us in this room have used them for T-shirts and whatnot that we've needed. But connected with their small business is a nonprofit. So it's a feeder, right? They can make money and sustain their family with their small business, but they also can teach these kids how to do screen printing, how to run a small business, what it takes, to be in the front of the store, greeting customers, whatever it takes, talking on the phone. It's just a perfect concept. We need more like it, but y'all are doing a great job.
Right.
And owning a small business is incredibly difficult. My husband and I own a small business, but also running a nonprofit. And they're doing it both, and they're doing both really well. So thank you. Right. And you've got my support.
And what I wanted to say about that is a lot of people don't know how my business was developed. It was through actually giving. So I started the nonprofit to just give and try to figure out, but I really didn't understand what it took to run a nonprofit. So that kind of parlayed into a small business. So in the midst of that, I had to make a decision on feed my family or running a nonprofit. So luckily I was able to kind of do both, but my business grew. And in the midst of that, I still was able to do, smaller stuff when I could, but, with getting, that huge property, we're luckily able to do both. So that's why we're continuing to try to build it at a pace where it doesn't restrict me or take me out of the business side of it. So like she said, we have a couple schools that come in from time to time. We've had Valiant Cross come in and kind of go through the whole process. BTW is across the street. We partner with them a lot on different things. Life Academy. We actually have a program now with the military. My wife is retired military, and some people that are veterans that are transitioning out, they come in and do like an internship. It's called Skill Bridge, where they come in, they work with us, and they kind of, get readjusted to civilian life. And with some of those workers, they have kids, and a couple of them go to Life Academy, and instead of them having to pay for after-school program, we just have them come there, and we're able to teach them about the business, customer service, and just the inner workings of a business. They're able to see that. But
Right, Rashad, thank you so much. You've done great, great work. I'm so proud of what you've done. And I was
appreciate
at your ribbon cutting. Can't believe it was, what, 6 years ago now?
no,
How long ago was that?
that was last year.
Oh, Lord.
So,
It's been a long year.
It's been a long year.
And Doug,
It has seemed, it seemed like 6 years.
Right.
I know we have, I'm gonna give for the things that you're doing at Christmas and Thanksgiving, but also for your after-school program, I'm gonna give you $5,000 to help with that, and I encourage my colleagues to support you as well.
what's the name of the organization?
choose one or lose one.
COLO,
It's
C-O-L-O. It's got a nice facility on
You have
Hayneville
my
Road.
support also, so,
Thank you.
yeah, I haven't visited you yet, I'm coming to see you.
Yes, ma'am.
You approached me and said, hey, you gotta come see me, so I promise you, I will be around to see you soon, okay?
Designated Florence.
I'm
Thank
coming.
y'all.
I'll be out to see you.
You all right? I know. Tough getting old. Zandra Hall and Pastor Levi, American Association for Children, and Think Big. Are y'all a team package?
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
All right. Ms. Hall, right? Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yes, well, yes, we're here with the American Association for Children and the Think
Bring the
Big,
mic down.
I'm sorry, and the Think Big project. And today I could talk about a lot of things. I know we're no strangers to you guys. I just want to just talk today about just noticing a need and wanting to help. I know that there's a lot going on with the school system now and things going on, and I was reading a little bit about that. And I just want to be of assistance, me and Brother Levi and the American Children's Association. We just want to help. We want to help mentor. We want to help go into the classrooms. We want to do after-school programs, bring in arts. We want the Think Big message to be able to be presented to each and every child in Montgomery County, no matter what school they go to or the circumstances of that school. So we just want to supply a solution to an already need, and we just ask for that support.
Okay, thank you so much.
What's your name?
Zandra Hall.
Ms. Hall.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Chairman, I just have to say this. I know Brother Levi's in the audience, and we make light of it a lot, but over the weekend, I was at a birthday party for a little 5-year-old, and they were there, and other mothers were there with their kids, and 3 of the mothers had stories about growing up in Smiley Court and maybe another project somewhere, but they had stories about Brother Levi and the Think Big program.
Yes.
And they're all productive. They're all on great paying jobs and looking forward to retiring. These are grown women that are raising kids now and can look way back and say we owe a lot of what we learned from this Think Big program. Now, I'm one of them that really, I think he oversells. I think
Yeah.
that's the problem. It's been oversold. But when you meet people who actually had that experience and you see how successful they are and how successful they are raising their kids of some of the things that they learned doing that, yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, and I'm definitely a product of it. It changed my life. I was in the 6th grade when I first got exposed to it. And even though sometimes it was hard, sometimes thinking big was hard for me, it was something that was instilled in me, that I knew no matter what my circumstances were, that if I just think it, what a man thinketh, so is he. So when you think big, you do big. And then when our children think big, we all win, because these are our future leaders.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
William Lindell, is that right? Did I get that right? William Lindell?
Got some stuff for y'all.
I'll pass it down for you. Thank you, William.
Give it to Miss Zeigler. She'll be the point of contact on this. Good morning. I'm gonna get right to it. Only got 3 minutes. Having exhausted all other forms of remedy, I am present today before the commission in petition of relief from a violation of Alabama Code 45-51-170, in which the commission has jurisdiction grounds, statutory authority, and duty to uphold in Montgomery County with the Road Division and the Sheriff's Department. Specifically, at 105 Katy Lane, Ms. Ziegler, I know you're aware, we've sent some
Yeah, you sent me
emails.
some emails, and I also spoke to him. And once you finish, I'll let everybody what they told me about it, tell you what they told me.
Yes, ma'am.
Once we talk.
The statute, that statute is very clear. There's 62 abandoned salvaged automobiles within about 12 feet from the right-of-way of US Highway 31 and within 12 feet of the right-of-way on Katy Lane. Katy Lane is a small subdivision in the county, one of the only subdivisions in the county with its own sewage system. This pileup of junk and salvaged cars is seriously lowering the property values that we have on Katy Lane, and it is on the commission to enforce this statute through the Roads Division and through the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department. We have tried to speak with Mr. Jackson about the cars, and his words to us was, well, if y'all will buy me a shop, I'll move. It is a mess. And, you know, when you come out of the city and you come into the county on 31, the first thing you see is that junkyard.
Yes. So we passed it, so let me say this to you. So last Tuesday, I did a tour of Montgomery County so that everybody here, so I had the engineering department with me. I had our administrator, our deputy administrator, I had some representatives from the sheriff office, and grants on the bus with me, and that's my pledge to each one, is to do a tour. We stopped and saw that. And so we were going to do some research on it because, you know, and I'll let Florence take over what we talked about the Montgomery County and about the right-of-way with it being private property, and each and every one. We talked about that. Remember when we passed it the last Tuesday?
Right, we talked about inability to go in and do things on private property. I'm not familiar with the statute that you have presented to us. I know that we do not have home rule where we can't pass ordinances, provide for zoning. We took that to the county residents probably 6 years ago or something, and it was voted down.
If you, the statute's very clear.
Yeah, it is.
The statute is very clear. I don't see how this is not
Yeah, I would
enforceable.
like to hear, yeah.
Well, in addition to that, about 20 years ago, we had a junkyard out, I say that, it was refrigerators that were just piled up out in snow. And the county passed a ordinance, it doesn't really call it an ordinance, that from the highway, you had to put up fencing where you could not see it.
It's in the statute, sir. It says if you're a licensed junkyard with the county, now he may have a license with the county to have a junkyard,
That doesn't make any difference.
but if he does, it's got to be fenced off.
We don't issue license and we don't have zoning, but this was passed. And does he have fencing to block it?
No, sir. There's, Ms. Ziegler has got,
Sheriff can go out and shut him down.
yeah, Ms. Ziegler's got pictures of it. The statute is very clear, and so I can read it for the record, so everybody here can hear it.
Hey, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask you not, for time's sakes, not to, if anybody wants to see it, I'll be glad to share it with them, a copy of that.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't mind on that part.
Yes, sir.
So I know
So,
it takes a little while to do that.
But we're going to have our attorney work with Commissioner Ziegler. You know, I mentioned my husband and I own a small business. We're in the city limits. We have a neighbor with the same problem. We called our city council person, and they got on it. And I know we're different in the county. It operates differently. But in as much as we can do anything, I just encourage you know, let our attorney dig into this and see everything we can possibly do.
I really
It's not,
didn't-
it's not okay.
I really didn't know we had this
I
kind
didn't
of
know it either.
authority.
I mean, that's
Well,
This is,
I
Look,
didn't
look,
either. I
I'm
was
just
told we
a,
didn't.
I'm just
If we
a
did,
country boy.
we've always been-
I mean,
I am
yeah,
too.
you dug this
And
up.
but it's
apologize.
on the way to your district too, Mr. Singham. When you take a left on McGee
Oh, I
Road to
know.
go to Snowden,
I got
I
a bunch.
stopped there last Tuesday and looked at it, and that's what I asked him, what can we do? Because, you know, and I.
stop,
and I-
stop there and talk to him and see if he don't run you off.
Oh, he's not gonna run me off. I'm gonna have the sheriff with me. He ain't running me off.
Well, whoever,
Somebody else off.
whoever
He run me
goes,
off.
he done run off, ADM.
No, he won't
He
run
done
me
run
off.
off the health department. He done run off
No.
several
The
neighbors.
sheriff and I go out there to see him. I go ride with the sheriff and we go see him, but he won't run me and the sheriff off. We'll go talk
This
to him.
is, I didn't, honestly, I've been on this commission 10 years,
I
didn't
didn't
know
either.
that we had this kind of authority.
Yes, sir. You read
Because
the
we-
last, you read the second to the last
I know we
paragraph.
do now, I
Yeah.
mean, I've read
And
this,
we thank you for that.
and I want to get our county attorney
Yeah, we
to
need
give
to-
us something
we need
written
to
on it.
flesh this
But,
out.
but our problem with people living outside in the unincorporated area, our problem with that is that every time we've tried to get some kind of, there's nothing in this statute that says nobody can move next door to you and open up a feedlot. See,
Right.
we couldn't stop them from doing that. You smell hogs all day, and we couldn't do anything about it.
Right.
And we've been trying to get a statute passed so that we could, when a person go out and build a $400,000 house, don't have to worry about somebody putting a feedlot next door.
Yes, sir.
The county
This
residents-
statute is very
But
specific.
it's
Let him
just,
finish.
it's just for
The
this little
county re-
small
yeah.
thing, that's what I'm
Yep.
saying. What I'm saying is we've been trying to get that kind of authority so that the other things won't happen, so we can clean the county up, so to speak.
Yes.
Or have some kind of authority over it. It's been voted down consistently. Now,
Have
you
y'all,
called our
there may
attention
be
to
something
this?
in the statute just like this that's been missed for the past, how long y'all been
Oh,
on?
no,
that?
it's not in, we,
You know,
the
there
other
may
part-
be a statute in the Alabama code that covers a feedlot, you know,
Yeah.
things like that.
Well, this is, I'm just thinking that to the best of my recollection, George, you wasn't here then. No, you was the city. I'm the only old head here. But I went out, Bill Joseph and I went out, he was chairman, to Snowden. And he just had refrigerators piled up.
I know exactly where you're talking about.
Yeah, and so we went out there to tell him he had to move, and he threatened to, whip my, which wasn't the first time that's taken place, but, we got the sheriff out there, and he put up, and they are required to put up a,
Yes, sir. If it's within 1,000 feet of the right-of-way of any highway, it's got to be. There ain't no doubt about it. I've emailed Ms. Ziegler 2 or 3 times. Ms. Hudgens, who's here with me today, has emailed Ms. Ziegler several times. Belinda Bush, Ashley Coffin, Richard Bush, Kay Gill, Tracy Langford, all the folks that live in this community have been affected by this. And every remedy that we have sought so far has been, well, you know, it just ain't nothing we can do. There's gonna be somebody that's gonna have to do something about this, because eventually it's gonna go on into 31.
if I remember correctly, the county did contribute, I think, the material or the labor to put the shield up, the fence, but that did happen, and I knew nothing about this.
Yes, sir.
I've been here since 1986,
Yes.
so, but it's horrible.
Yeah, that statute is very clear on, you can't have but one car parked on your premises that's not tagged and registered in accordance with state law.
William, Carmen, and is gonna give a, and they'll get back with you.
The next meeting, December the 6th, can we come back and talk about
You
it
come
some more?
back anytime you want to.
But before then, I'll be talking
Well,
to
that-
you.
hopefully-
I mean,
hopefully
because
have
I'm
it
gonna get with
resolved.
him.
I hope.
Because like I said before, my whole point was I turned it over and everybody said, Carmen, there's nothing you can do about it. It's nothing you can do. So if there's nothing I'm thinking, okay, there's nothing I can do. Now you've showed this, so now we're gonna get with the lawyers
Let's do the
and see what we
research
can
and
do.
find out.
And then the sheriff and I'll come out.
Whoever goes out, you make sure you bring sheriff.
Oh, I
down
got
here.
the sheriff. The sheriff gonna be right there with me. I'm gonna ride in the car with
Hey,
him.
thank y'all, I appreciate
Thank
you.
you, Will. Thank you.
Damn old to go out there.
No, you coming too. I'm putting you in the bag. You gonna ride.
Lana, Cavassa? I got it right?
You got it right.
I'm shocked.
Here's a list of people in the neighborhood.
Okay.
My name is Lana Cavassa, and
Sheriff, I'm sorry, Lana, to interrupt. I wanted to make sure the sheriff was listening.
On this one.
He's going to be interested in this one, too. Sheriff, I just wanted to make sure you were able to hear.
I'm Lana Cavassa, and I live at 5150 Old Selma Road. And I believe that, Ms. Ziegler, I'm in your
You're in my
district.
district,
Yes,
right.
yes,
And I
ma'am.
turned yours over to the two to get the answers, but let me see what
Okay.
we're gonna do on this one. Go
On
ahead.
November the 5th, the Montgomery Motor Speedway raced until 1:06 a.m. in the morning. About 11 o'clock, I started calling the sheriff's department, and they told me that they do not enforce the ordinance out there. When I called, I'm sorry?
That's the city.
City, okay. When I called out at the Speedway, they said, well, we're willing to take the fine. So I went around to the neighborhood, I only spent like an hour in the morning, and everybody was very opposed to the noise. And the agreement with the city, with the Montgomery Speedway was that they were supposed to close at 10 o'clock or stop racing at 10 o'clock. There were a lot of elderly people. One lady his wife was on her deathbed, and he said it's really the only time she gets any peace, and that it was just very disturbing for them, as well as for young families with young children, and for myself. And I think especially when the leaves are off, it's really loud out there. So I'm just asking that the county commission just do whatever they can do to enforce whatever ordinances that are in place against the Speedway.
I think that's inside the city limits.
I was about to ask Sheriff. It is, okay, that's what I was told. It was inside the city.
So if it's in the PJ, is the city going to say, that's not us?
No,
No, well, they got when they started the Speedway back, they said they will stop at a certain time. The city needs to send them a letter, because the agreements ain't with us, it's with the city. When they opened it back up, when they gave them their license, all that came to the city, to us.
So I tell you what I will do. Let me get in touch with the city, and let's see, can we set up a meeting with them?
is
And
that Rondé?
it'll be that's not a Rondé. That's Audrey Graham.
Let me ask you this, how is it the city jurisdiction when it is in the county?
Police jurisdiction.
It's
It
police
extends
jurisdiction?
3 miles, is it 3 to 5 miles outside of the
Yeah, there's
city limits? That's,
So that's the city. So should I
city.
appear before the city council then?
It is, but I'll tell you what, if you would like for me, I can get a meeting set up
That'd be
between
awesome.
us and Audrey Graham. I'll reach out to her, the city council, and let's see how we all meet and try to help you with this
you
problem.
need,
But
you
the
need,
city meets tonight.
That's- they
Is it a
do.
benefit
the
for her to,
I've got
Yeah.
a copy.
Yeah,
Thank
she's
you.
gonna need that.
you need the original.
Oh, I need the
When you
original.
go down
Okay.
there,
Okay.
yeah, I would,
we'll keep this copy.
Yeah. They do meet tonight, don't
because
they?
I would
those are
say,
voters.
I would
Those are
say go
voters
there and make sure, and now you know that they can't tell you that's the county.
Okay.
And if they try to say,
If they
but
do-
I don't think they will. They know, they made the deal.
No,
But
that's.
I would go there.
Don't
may
you
be-
have to, you have to
Yes.
sign,
Yeah, you have to
to
sign up
sign up in
before, but in
advance.
order to speak before the city council, one has to sign up the Monday by 12 noon prior to the city council meeting. However, I would encourage you to go tonight to see your city council person. Yeah.
Thank you. Carolyn Long?
This is my first time here, and I'm quite impressed with all of the heavy, weighty issues which you people entertain and try to decide. I'm here to talk about absentee voting. I voted at the courthouse the Wednesday before it stopped on Thursday. There were several things, I call them observations. I don't know how aware you are, but perhaps I can increase your awareness. There is a single handicapped parking space in front of the courthouse. One. Absentee voters in person who are handicapped, disabled, etc., would not have access to any handicapped parking. I am aware that the additional parking is under construction, but that also involves blocking off the sidewalk, where you have a crossing in the middle of the block with insufficient recognition, signage, et cetera, putting those people at somewhat of a risk. The sign that says sidewalk crossing is obscured partially by a tree and is half on its side. It is not even visible unless you're looking for it. It's on the sidewalk. The markings for the crossing are 2 white lines on the middle of the block now, where you're supposed to cross within those white lines twice, one to get up and one to get in. So I would suggest that you look into that crossing situation for nothing more than just the safety of anybody entering the courthouse or leaving it with that additional parking which is under construction. The other thing that happened to me, I read the website about absentee voting in person from top to bottom. I saw no notification whatsoever that you were not permitted to take any type of electronic device into the courthouse, which meant that after I got down to security, I had to backtrack to my car, go through that same crossing again twice, and take my cell phone back to my car and then come back to vote. It seems to me that's a simple thing. Add that to the website for absentee voting, that you are not permitted to bring any electronic devices into the building. And the other comment I would have is I think maybe relocating absentee voting in person might be a good idea. It's a very small space on the 3rd floor. The people there were wonderful. The voting experience itself was fine. It's just that I think for people who have particularly mobility and balance issues, you could make it a little more convenient and a little more easily accessible. I would encourage you to think of the person who is the most debilitated, who is trying to come and vote absentee in person. The reason I prefer to vote in person, I'm elderly, I used to trust the post office, but not so much anymore. So I prefer to actually hand my ballot in, and that requires me then to go down and absentee vote in person.
Ms. Long, thank you so much for addressing those. We'll look at each one of those. I've written them down, and we'll have somebody address each and every one of those.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Yeah.
County attorney, the county can do nothing with the signage, the sidewalks and the streets, that's the city.
Okay.
And the reason it's blocked now is for liability purposes, obviously when they're doing construction. But I think they're probably close.
Getting close.
Don't you think, being free, but the city is the one who has to put up the handicap, and they actually have control. We've been to court over this. They have control of the sidewalks and the streets. The county does not.
That's interesting, because
I think it's just
started to call
temporary,
the
though.
police
Temporary.
department.
It's temporary because there's more than one handicap parking space up there.
Hopefully by the time you come back,
Well, hopefully before there's another election.
election.
Yeah,
I mean, I
and
know
I,
this is not
you know, I thought that,
You know, we just had an election, so.
yeah.
Well, thank you, Ms. Long.
I appreciate your
Ordinarily,
time.
ma'am,
Thank you.
ordinarily absentee balloting, you would just walk right in and walk right back to vote there, and you could have taken your phone. The judges have ordered no phones above the 1st floor. So so you had to go to the 3rd floor. There are courtrooms up there, and they don't allow phones up there. But ordinarily, so next year when everything is
When all that's
complete, it'll be more convenient for you, and I'm sure those handicap parking spaces will be restored.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all very much for your time. And I did think about calling the police department about that crosswalk, because I really do think that could be dangerous for people.
Call the city engineer, and Mr. Speaks used to be, he's now with the county. And George, I think y'all are the ones that would handle that crosswalk, right? And when you at the city.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Appreciate
thank
your
you.
time.
Thank you.
And I appreciate all you do, and Mr. Harris,
Thank you.
thanks so much for doing so much.
That's right, in his district, yep. Florence, public hearing, number
Right,
one.
Constituent,
Yeah, he lives East
make sure we
Aberdeen.
take care of you now.
You'll have a public hearing for alcohol license application for Latino Festival on November 20th, 2022.
Declare a public hearing open. Anybody here to speak on this event? Declare public hearing closed.
So a second public hearing regarding the transfer of an alcohol license application for off-premise retail beer and table wine to Dollar General store located in Raymer.
Declare a public hearing open. Anybody to speak on this? Declare a public hearing closed.
Consider the minutes of the regular meeting of November 1, 2022.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Computer's taking a nap.
Okay, Florence.
Consider accounts payable checks and payroll checks.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider an alcohol license application for a special event retail for a Latino Festival for November 20th, 2022.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider an alcohol license application for off-premises retail beer and table wine for the Dollar General store in Raymer, Alabama.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider a resolution approving the 2023 severe weather preparedness tax holiday for February 24th through 26th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider a resolution authorizing the county's Thanksgiving holiday observance on Friday, November 25th, 2022.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider the 2023 County Commission meeting schedule.
So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
I hit the move.
No, I got it.
You got it?
Uh-huh. I was a little bit faster.
Consider employee recognition and appreciation program and related 2022 budget.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered. Oh, I hit the wrong one there, Tammy.
Oh, Doug.
Tammy, can you reverse mine out?
Doug is against employees.
I never,
He's
hate
on the
all
record
employees. I hate Santa Claus.
Con- Consider transfer of ownership and liability for retired Montgomery County Sheriff's Office K-9 Caesar.
Move for approval.
Second.
Consider a telecommunications service contract with Blue Plains Technology.
So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider miscellaneous appropriations to agencies with the following additions. $5,000 from Commissioner Harris, $3,000 from Commissioner Moore-Zeigler for Valiant Books, $3,500 from Vice Chairman Sankey to Friendship Mission, $1,500 from Chairman Singleton to the City of Montgomery for the McIntyre Community Center.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Well, I hit move, I'm sorry.
This one, problem. I second.
Consider miscellaneous appropriations to education with an addition of $3,500 each from Commissioner Harris and Commissioner Moore-Zeigler for Jeff Davis High School for the baseball program, and $500 from Commissioner Moore-Zeigler to Pentlala Elementary School for the science department.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider miscellaneous appropriations from designated revenue with the addition of $1,500 from Commissioner Moore-Zeigler for the City of Montgomery McIntyre Community Center, and $5,000 from Commissioner Walker for COLO Choose One, Lose One.
Florence. Ms. Jen, is it too late to add something to that?
Is Florence too late to add something?
No, sir.
Thank you so much. I apologize. $5,000 from donated to Montgomery Bible College for the seniors computer program.
To Montgomery.
Bible Institute, actually. They're on the list, and it's the seniors computer training program.
That's been added.
Thank you, ma'am.
That was one of Giles's favorites.
So, move for approval?
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider a bid award to Gulf States distributors to provide law enforcement footwear for the sheriff's office.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider budget change request number 1 for the sheriff's office.
So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider budget change request number 3 for the engineering department.
So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider a position fill request for the detention facility for a corrections officer trainee.
So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider a position fill request for the engineering department for a county road equipment operator 2.
So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider a position fill request for the sheriff's office for a deputy sheriff trainee.
So move.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider travel training requests for the county commission, the detention facility, the probate office, and the sheriff's office.
So moved.
Second.
Any objection?
You would have that.
Thank you.
So ordered.
Consider a grant application for the 2023 Burn JAG grant for the sheriff's office.
This is a waive rule item. I have no objection. So moved.
I second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider U.S. Department of Justice equitable sharing agreement and certification for the sheriff's office.
No objection. So moved.
Second.
Any objections? So ordered.
Consider a grant application to the Panera Bread Foundation for the sheriff's office Youth Explorer posts.
No objection. So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider a bid award to Chappie's Deli to cater the annual employee luncheon.
No objection. So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
Consider hiring a manager of public affairs at A9 Step 3.
No objection. So moved.
Second.
Any objection? So ordered.
I believe that's all our items.
Mr. Attorney? No, thank you. Deputy Administrator?
Yes, sir. For our emergency rental assistance, we are up to $6.9 million and 910 households.
Any questions for Deputy? Commissioner Harris?
I see Ms. McKenzie left, but I just wanted to say that, you know, it's nice to have, we help so many nonprofits that are doing such good things in the community, and it's always nice for them to come back and not asking for anything, but reporting and letting us know how well the event went and how much the help that we provided meant to that event. So, you know, I'd like to see more of that happen, and I'm sorry that she's not here to hear that, but and I hate that most of the people outlasted us. We had a great meeting today, I think. A lot of community interest. That last one that the guy came down here with the statute. I mean, that was eye-opening for me, you know, and it's good to know that we have that kind of authority, but I really didn't know it, you know, and hopefully we can do something to alleviate that problem out there.
I agree.
Commissioner Moore-Zeigler.
I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody, the staff who went with me last Tuesday on the county commission tour, seeing the county through my eyes. And I like to address, because I've got some of my other districts calling me because they want me to come. So let them know that we will be coming your way in District 2, doing more tours. Look forward to us. And there you will be able to meet me, greet me, and we try to address the problems in District 2. Thank you.
And you did get indoctrinated into the commission today, didn't you?
I did. I did.
We've all been through that, so. Commissioner Walker.
I don't have anything.
Vice Chairman Sankey.
Yes, I just, again, want to thank Florence and Kendall and the commission for lighting up these buildings in the green. It was just so beautiful. I stood down here for a few minutes to admire the green, and thank you all for supporting veterans. Just want to appreciate you for that. And I believe Ms. McCall is here. I was just wondering who that beautiful lady was that was sitting next to Clay Helms. Have you been introduced as our new director, associate director of appraisal? Okay, I missed that. Okay, outstanding. All right.
It's Javar McCall.
Yes.
You don't remember me, do you? All right. All right. I knew you were great first time I met you.
Well, thank you all again.
We have a number of holiday parades coming up, and so any of the commissioners want to participate. I know Commissioner Harris loves riding in that golf cart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he loves helping push it back up the hill.
No,
But
thank you.
We need a car.
We do need a car because I'm not doing that golf cart.
I'm not doing the golf cart.
you want to do a car for the city parade, or and the Turkey Day and the city parade?
Two
or-
things.
They need to
That
walk
golf cart put me down.
and interact with the people.
She said we got something else coming, two divas.
We have one Friday night at East Chase, and then we have the next one's a Turkey Day that I know most of us have participated in that. You want to get a car for Turkey Day, or you want to walk?
We need a RV. I mean, not RV, but big
RV, he's gonna get with
SUV.
You're supposed to walk in a parade, so everybody
It's
can
a
see you,
long,
and then you can go
that's a
home to
long walk.
Unfortunately, I won't be
And I
participating
will
in the
walk.
Christmas
I
one.
will walk
I mean, Thanksgiving.
a few steps to hand out some candy and back and get in the truck. We need a truck.
All right. Florence, we'll see if we can work out something.
Now, if you,
Is that
somebody
possible
wanna
with a
ride in that little
dealership?
cart,
I'm not
Not
riding
anymore?
anymore.
All that's out?
That became impossible before COVID. I hate to say it, the last 2 years, I believe your SUV was engaged for one or two of those parades.
My SUV?
we had a Hyundai.
It's got the big Tahoe.
We had a Hyundai last
I got
time.
a Tahoe, but mine's got
But
a,
we had a Hyundai last time.
Crooked in the parking
You
lot.
had,
Yeah, Hyundai had,
That's you in the big Tahoe?
Hyundai had 2 or 3 of them out there
that's right, that was done through the
through the chamber.
chamber. All right, that was for Christmas?
That
or
was for Turkey Day, and we need to do the same thing if we can.
Mr. Deputy Administrator, would you check on?
Yeah, because, I mean, the cart's fine, you know, if you like to walk.
No, I'm not walking.
I like the cart because I can get the candy in and out.
I get candy in and out the window.
And the
as we
sheriff
ride by.
ought to have plenty of candy for us.
I'm gonna ride with the sheriff.
Tammy's got
Sheriff, can we
candy.
ride? Can I ride with you?
Guns blazing.
Guns blazing.
And then the Christmas parade is the other one, that's the, and we have the Raymer
Raymer
Christmas
parade.
parade.
Are you and I doing the Raymer?
You bring a tractor down for that.
I was about to
I
say,
don't
you
have a
definitely don't need
tractor.
an SUV for the Raymer parade.
I don't have a tractor.
All right, so anyway.
They'll make
that's,
fun of you down there.
If anybody wants to participate in any of them, you'll let Florence or Kendall know, and we can make arrangements, so.
Yes, on Turkey Day and a possible for Christmas.
Yes, on
Yeah.
Christmas, no on Turkey Day for me. And
Turkey Day, yeah, and then a Christmas parade, I think, is the 9th of December, Friday
Correct.
night. So, all right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ms. Zandra Hall, can I see you before you leave?
And if you would make sure you've signed the sign-up sheet for for events,
We got it.
thank you.
About that way.
Meeting adjourned.
hey, I'll do.
Sign out real quick,
I'm gonna
everybody.
do